Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys my face card Arcana Knight deck profile for the end of January 2017. Very long and weird name, yes I know, but that is the official name of the Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight trio that Yugi used to play. And this whole deck is focused on bringing them out using their fusion summon method to get out Arcana Knight Joker, and then using defusion to defuse them back into their three counterparts to finish off the attack blow. It's a really fun deck. Tested it out a lot. You can get out the monsters very fast, but like I said, the main focus of the deck is to fusion summon into Arcana Knight Joker. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. I run 3 Queen's Knight. You need to run the trio, which is standard with the deck, and she is just your basic vanilla monster, 1500 attack, 1600 defense. You have to have her on the field first to get out Jack's Knight with King's Knight effect, so that's a pretty standard thing to remember. And 3 King's Knight, if you're not familiar with the effect of King's Knight, basically when you normal summon this card, if you control a Queen's Knight, you can special summon 1 Jack's Knight from your deck. So it's very easy with this deck to get out Queen's Knight. You just have to, hope to draw King's Knight, because after you get him out, it's an easy summon of the Jack's Knight. And then that's your 3 cards you need for the fusion summon. And then Jack's Knight, I was considering dropping him down to 2, but I still like him at 3. If you draw him, you can still polymerization with him in your hand. Basically, he's a 19 attack, 1000 defense, level 5 monster. The level 5 part is what kills me the most with this card, just because you can't normal summon him. So he's basically a dead draw in your hand, unless you fused with him. So, but like I said, I still like running basically 3 of each one, just because it bumps up the consistency of the deck, in my opinion. Can't go wrong there. And I also run 2 Summoner Monks. This is just for extra speed with the deck to get out monsters. Plus you have Xyz plays with this card if need be with the deck. If you can't go into your fusion plays, you can always rely on him for that. And I also run 3 Dragotes, the Empowered Warrior. What I like about this card in the deck is he is great search. If this card in the owner's monster zone is destroyed by your opponent's attack or card effect, you can add 1 Warrior or Spellcaster type monster with 2000 or less attack from your deck to your hand, except for Dragotes. And that's all of the face cards in the deck. They're all below 2000 attack, so you have that ability to search for them. And with the damage calc effect, you can target one of your opponent's battling monster and the attack becomes half. So it's a good way to also get over some big monsters with that effect. And 1 Rescue Rabbit, this is just to grab your Queen's Knight. If you can, grab them out, great with that. You can Exceed summon with her, or if you have the polymerization in hand, you can fuse with the 1. Yeah, the 1 will be banished, but it's a good play to go off of just for faster Queen's Knight grab. And 1 Gen X Ally Birdman, this is just for basically synchro plays. If you can't go for the fusion play and you get out the Jack's Knight, you can return it to your hand, or either one of the King or Queen's Knight and go for a level 7 synchro play or 8 play. And 2 Honest, this is just because they are light monsters, so you can, have this in your hand for hand traps just to protect them. And for the last monster, I run 1 Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, just for another powerhouse play. You run a few dark monsters in the deck, which makes this viable. The dark monsters you get usually are ones you normally draw into also, so you want to remember that with this card. Summoner Monk and Birdman. And that's it for the monsters. We'll move on to spells. I run 3 Polymerization. Like I said, it's the main card of the deck. You get out your Arcana Knight Joker with this card. So going off of that, it's a great card to draw into, but just in case, I also run 2 Fusion Stage to search with it. It's just the most consistent, in my opinion, to search for. You want to have this card. You have plenty of methods to get out the other monsters. You just want to make sure you have Polymerization as well for that big play. When you get out Arcana Knight Joker, it is the main point of the deck. And also 2 Defusion, this is for your kill play. If you attack with Arcana Knight Joker and your opponent's board is clear, you defuse, get your 3 monsters back, and then continuous 3 attacks for the game win there. And 2 Unexpected Die, this is probably the easiest way to get out Queen's Knight, and then you can just normal summon King's Knight if he's in your hand. It's the one big thing. I don't have too many search plays for King's Knight, but I do have Reinforcements of the Army, which sadly it's only at 1, but it's the easiest way to get King's Knight into your hand. And 3 MST, just to clear up that opponent's back row. I don't run Twin Twister just because this deck is a little hands grabby where you want to have what you need for your plays. So this is the next best thing, in my opinion. And 1 Instant Fusion, just for the Norden plays. You can get either your face cards back from the graveyard or, like I said, another Xyz play. Same with the Soul Charge. When they're in the graveyard, like let's say for example with the Rescue Rabbit, if I have the Queen's Knights in the graveyard, I can use the Soul Charge to grab them back. The only risky thing is you can't attack with this card, but you do want to just stick with your Arcana Knight Joker, which has the negate effect, so hopefully that'll be enough to protect it. And one Regeki to finish up the spell cards. Next for traps, I run 3 Fusion Reserve, just another easy search way to get out what you need. Most of the time with this card, I search out King's Knight, just because I can reveal Arcana Knight, King's Knight's on the card, search for it, and if Polymerization is in my graveyard, I can grab it back quickly with this. Next to Rhoda, it's the easiest way to grab what I need. And one Solemn Warning, and one Bottomless Trap Hole finish off the trap cards. Next, moving on to the extra deck, I run 2 Arcana Knight Joker. Very seldomly have I gotten off both of the fusions in a game, but I still like to run 2 for the backup, because there was the one situation when I tested one and I got it out and I was able to make another one. I'm like, damn, I really wish I, had the second one. So it's just good to keep it at 2. It doesn't take too much extra deck space up either, which is why I like keeping it like that. And he can basically negate effects of whatever card once per turn, as long as you have that respectable card to discard. So monster effect, spell, or trap, it's really cool. Plus he's got 3,800 attack and 25 defense. Incredible numbers for this incredibly difficult fusion to get off. And one Orden for the instant fusion, like I said. And for Exceed monsters, I run one number 86, just for their warrior monsters that you play. Excalibur as well, plus one Gaga Cowboy, one Abyss Dweller, one number 101 Silent Honor Arc, one Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, one Castell, one Star Leech Paladynamo, they are light monsters, the face cards, one Black Ship of Corn, one Photon Path Operative, and for the Synchros, I run one Black Rose Dragon and one Clearwing Crystal Dragon. If you want to run a level 8 Synchro, I've never gotten enough myself where I use Jack's Knight for the Synchro, but if you wanted to run a level 8, Scrap Dragon, Crimson Blader, whatever you works for your situation. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. It's a pretty quick deck profile, but I like making these fun ones for you. Very fun one to test it out. Definitely recommend it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.